Hello everybody. Today we have two events that's happening in the solar system. The first one is the solar eclipse, has only been observed in the Arctic region, but it's been happening, so we can still feel the issues that rise with the eclipses all around the world. And also it's a new moon, so it's a kind of quite important cosmic event. So there's a lot to go through and work through our systems and minds. So we're just going to do some yin meditation to kind of mark this event and just try to use the energy positively and turn everything into something that we can assure ourselves with. Okay, so everything we do here, there's no judgment, and I want you to find the best positions for you, so do not force the body. So I always give options. You might see me doing different things, but doesn't mean you have to be in that position. You can always adjust it in the way that you need. Okay, so that's why I have blocks, cushions, blanket, everything that you might think of you needing. You should just try to grab them now. Okay, the first pose we're going to go into, straight into the pose this year, is the squat. And if you got very tight Achilles or your calves, you can just make a sausage out of a towel or a blanket. You put your feet over it, so you plant your heels, and that can help. Or you can sit on blocks or cushions if you don't have blocks, or a very low stool, and you can sit like this. So when you have it in this position, you can just be here really comfortably. It's not going to cause too much tension around the ankles, okay, or your hips. So let's get into it. So you're gonna find either or one of these positions, what suits you, and then we can settle. Taking a couple of sighing breaths. We want to relax in the pose you get into. Bring the palms together and open through the elbows so that you feel the legs push out, so you don't roll too much onto the arches of your feet. Then wriggle around. See where you can settle. So when the body doesn't settle, mind can't settle. So it all relates. And all the meridians in the body starts in the feet. So we got a lot of tension in the feet. So as you're here, just first check the toes. And you might feel tension a lot. You can go on the balls of your feet, then try to come to heels of your feet. Move to the right side, move to the left side. And try to settle. Elongating the crown of the head. Breathing deep in through the nose. And out through the nose. Then have a little check to see what you feel. At the moment, I feel like I'm moving to the right side. So I always feel my right side is depressed in a way. My left side doesn't feel connected at all to through the foot into the ground. So I have to try to connect with my left side so that my body is a bit more balanced. And then check your breath so that it's there. You can sigh the breath whenever you need to. Elongate the spine as you breathe in. As you breathe out, you're engaging core muscles, squeezing the belly here. So we are working through stomach and spleen meridians, as well as urinary bladder meridians and kidney meridians here. So a lot happening. And you feel outside of your hips, that's going to affect your gallbladder meridian too. And we're all going to look different in this pose. Please be in the pose that is suitable to your body. And whenever you feel it's getting too much, wriggle your toes again. Find the little toe on each leg. Try to keep those little toes pressuring down. And then you feel release in the spine because the outside of your hips get a little bit more engaged. You feel a bit more seat bones separating. And then you're opening more spaces inside of these legs. Then you feel your body starts relaxing forwards. Now if that has happened to you, you can bring the arms down. Don't collapse your arches. Try to keep outside of the corners of the feet. Deepen the breath. Deep breaths in. Deep breaths out. This is our first pose, just to get the body into kickstart. Kickstarting through all the lower body meridians here. Connecting the breath. Slowing the mind and arriving. See how you're feeling today without judging. Just see how your mind is feeling. Is it getting drawn or out of your body into other things, or are you present in the body? Have a little check to see that you're connecting with the muscles and the mind. Realizing what we must do to keep the balance between the right and the left, light and the dark, hot and the cold. So you're constantly shifting the power from one end to the other. So we are fluid, not stuck. And then we know when it's time to move on to the next thing, we can easily do it. If you're always dominating with one side and you're not listening to the other side, you're just gonna get more imbalances in the body. So if you're always using your right arm, you possibly got a very tension on the right shoulder, right side of your neck, and then you feel very wobbly on the left side because the left side is always taking the back seat. So start noticing the imbalances so you can actually start making the changes to be more balanced. If you're getting any tension, just don't worry, we are not gonna move. So move your towels, blocks, or whatever you might have underneath you. Bring the feet forwards. And just we're gonna rebound on the windscreen wipers here. So take the knees one way. Take the knees the other way. And do it again. Then we can settle here, slowly bending the legs. We're gonna try to go into dragon pose, but today is gonna be into splits. So splits is very difficult for anyone. So the way that you can get into it, so you can easily just stay in this dragon pose without having to think about the splits, or you can just get yourself supported with the blocks or cushions under the hips. Say, this is my left leg in the front, and I can get this way. So I'm very flexible, so sitting here is not a problem for me. But you can bend the back knee a bit more to the side, and then cushion here. And you can be either here or recline the pose, okay? So that's what we need to do first. So I'm gonna get into position for me. So I'm gonna get my body ready for that. You can also put cushions under your legs to make that front leg cushioned a bit more so you can try to keep the body steady here. Here we are. So we're arriving in our pose. Give me a little check to see your body is feeling okay in the pose that you set up. Firstly, we just check to see we can stay here. I'm finding it quite hard already, so I need to kind of adjust a little bit more. And you do the same, and I'm going to recline my body forwards and bend the back knee, so that way I can actually stay here the 5 minutes we decided to go. Just rest and relax. We've got a long time here, so it doesn't matter if you need to be a bit higher, the front leg might be a bit more bent, back knee might be a little bit further forwards. It's totally okay to be all of those things. We got time, so we are going to settle here. Check your breath. You should have some stretch, but it shouldn't feel too hard. So you're pushing to the edge, but you're not going further from it. Again, now we're thinking about the duality, left and right, right and wrong, day and night. And we know that we can't always be right, we can't always be wrong. We have to allow other energies to govern. If you're always trying to be good, you'll end up becoming very, very stuck because you can't speak your mind and you will never get what you want. So we can't be always good. And we can't always be bad, because if we are always bad, there is no one around us anymore. So you need to be sometimes able to say no, or take a step back before you speak, or sleep on the decisions before you make them. And allow your weak side to come to the front time to time. Your dark sides on the left side, especially for me. I can't really feel my left leg as much as my right. I'm always on the right, leading with the right all day long. So now, left leg forwards here, I'm going to try to focus on just noticing it and where it is. You already passed halfway. Just see whether you can recline a little bit more forwards, folding, if you want. You can bend the back knee to make it a little less pressure. Right, we're thinking about the solar eclipse in the new moon today. New moon in Sagittarius. This is the last new moon of the 2021. Time to reflect on the whole year. What is happening this year? Where were you last year this time? What were you feeling then? Can you reflect back that far? So deeper and deeper we breathe, deeper and deeper we can go back in time to see where we were, how far we came. Reflect on all the things we've done this year without judging it. What's happened in the past is in the past, you can't change it. But we can learn from our experiences so that we know what we want in the next stage in our lives. What do we need more of? What do we need more less of? Now just slowly, gently come up out of your pose. Bend both knees together so you can come into position with the legs in the front again. I'm just gonna lean forwards just to let the legs relax a little before I turn other side. Sigh the pain away. Notice how your body is feeling. Just keep thinking about the year that we had. Keep reflecting inwards. What is in there that you liked more of? What do you want to shine out? Go deep, breathe deep, and bring out your desires. So first you recognize them, then you can think about whether it's good or bad, or is it time for you to bring them to the front or not. So sometimes we don't have to set an action, we can just reflect and think what we really need. Ready now? We're gonna set everything on the other side. So I'm just gonna go other leg forwards and keep the same direction here so you can see it from this side what it looks like. Here we are. And then your back leg goes back wherever you can. So one side might be different than the other side. So this leg is not going as far back as it was on the other side. So I'm just gonna go there and arrive straight up. Just settle with your hips because your hips are the one that's going to start tightening, cramping. Your hips are the one that you need to breathe into. As we are holding, we are arriving, we are finding some challenge. And we are softening our face, our cheeks, our jaw. We're trying to ground the tension. Sigh the pain away. And just see that the tough times you're having when you're in the pose, the struggles you might be feeling. Don't judge. It's okay to feel like one side is more difficult than the other side. We are all got issues that we need to deal with. Mine are different than yours. There is no right and wrong. We're all human. We go through the same emotions. No matter how different you think you are, you're not. Everyone has struggles. Even the person that you admire the most think they got better lives than you. It's not so. Everybody has issues. You just have to learn to deal with yours in the way that you need to deal with them, not what other people do. You need to find your own medicine. You need to find your own passion. And you need to know who you are. So deepen the breath. If you want to fold, you can fold. You don't have to. This side is really tight for me, so I can't go as easily down. I'm going to take my time. And I'm still going back and forth, reflecting the year that's been. We're coming up to Christmas. Things start getting busier. Maybe we don't have as much time for ourselves at this stage of the year. We try to tie loose ends. Doesn't matter, whatever you're going through, I just need you to open some space for your body to be. And have a little checkup. Ask questions. And find out your desires. Deep down inside, you're gonna want to do something that maybe you have forgotten about. What is it that you want? What is it that you truly need? What would you like to achieve? What would you like to have less of? Relax your neck, your shoulders. See whether you can go a little deeper on the last minute. If you need to move a little bit more forwards or backwards, just move your foot up and down. Just try to get rid of the tension you might be feeling here. Make sure you're breathing and you're learning about your edge. So you're not gonna force, you'll stay where you need to. And now we move slowly, slowly back. All the leg, all the way back. This time we are going to take the knees behind. Then you're going to go into child's pose. You can bring a cushion under your bum to kind of release tension there first. First we rebound, so I kind of relax my body. I'm not pushing too hard. Only sit where you can go. You can open your knees a little wider than what you see here, so that can be a bit more relaxing for you. During the splits, we work through kidney and bladder meridians, stomach and spleen meridians, and liver gallbladder meridians. So it's very hard what we've been through. So it was quite yang rather than yin. So see how you're feeling now. Are you feeling more balance on each leg? Or are you still feeling the difference between the two? It's okay to feel different. That's how it is. You'll just gently come up to sit. And then we're going to cushion our bums so that you can separate your knees. And you sit down onto your seat bones here. And if you have straps, you can use straps, or you got towels, you can use towels. We are going to add our arms. So we don't have much time left, and the time starts getting quicker as we go towards the end of the session. So I'm just going to lift one arm back, one arm this way. So what I try to do is Roll my both shoulders. Loosen as best as I can. And don't go beyond ability, so as the sound comes forward back, I just make sure the palm facing away, palm facing up, and don't force. The first you arrive, you feel where your arms are, and you need to get comfortable on your seat bones here. Breathing deep. Sign the tension away. Just ground through the seat bones. Elongate the neck. Give up on the shoulders. We worked all the lower body meridians, now we are working through the upper body meridians now, heart and lung. But you're still got the legs bent, so you're still affected through the lower part of the meridians as well. So just try to relax. You might feel a little too yang here. You can lean against the wall if you find this is too difficult to sit upright. When the spine is nice and neutral here, your core muscles activate and you get warmer. This is normal. Try to give into gravity. So you might find, you just find gravity kind of allows your arms to go back a bit more. Then you can climb the backhand up a little bit further. Notice where you feel the tension most. We won't hold 5 minutes, we'll hold about 3.5. So we are almost there now. So persevere. If you think you can reach the fingers, just reach the fingers, but don't force. Try to stay neutral with the spine. And gently move your arms now. Relax your shoulders. You might feel really tired now after all that holding. The arms might be loaded. Just notice what they're feeling. Just give up on tension. Let the time pass. Notice where you've been. Don't worry about where you're going. Just be present here and now. We don't always have to set affirmations in every new moon. Sometimes we just have to slow down. So we can just think. Have a journey within. And remember to take time for ourselves. Now we're going to gently move the other arm when you're ready. Again, I start really loose with the bands. I don't try to go too far. Try to keep my top elbow up. So pulling this arm down allows that elbow to stay straight. And check my hips. You can wiggle around. See whether you can move a little different onto the seat bones and feel more grounded. Check your spine, check your breath. Your ribs shouldn't be flared forwards. Just keep thinking about the year you had and congratulate yourself for having come this far and you're still here. No matter what you've been through, you're still alive. All the mistakes, they're gone. But you can learn from them. So remember them. Don't try to just forget everything. Even the bad things can teach you things. This is yin and yang. The darkness can bring out the light within us. So when we are quiet, we are sitting in the dark, we are relaxing, we are answering questions that was unanswered before. Taking time to breathe, taking time to live. Appreciate the little things. Remember, there is always worse than a situation you might have experienced. There's always worse. Do not fear. Do not despair. Trust the universe. Trust the stars. Trust the sun. Trust the moon. Trust yourselves. You have the power within. So we want to connect to this power, our instincts of survival, our instincts to see the right and the wrong. What's right for one person might not be right for the other. Think about the animal kingdom. All different animals need different things. So there is not one right or wrong. There is many right ways. You just have to find your right. See whether you can move a little bit further now. Almost there. And gently let go of the bands and remove the arms from the position they're in. Gently and softly place them on your lap. Close your eyes. Sigh the tension away. Notice how you're feeling. Feel all the tension drain away. Don't allow anything to stay behind. Get rid of what you don't need. Trust yourselves. We're going to finish our session with 3 times Om, 3 times Shanti. So you can remove your legs in a different pose so you're a bit more comfortable. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sit in the small of your eyes, the third eye, your intention for the month ahead. focus on that thought. And believe you're going to be able to do what you set out to do. Then move your arms above your head, palms together, touch your forehead, rub your forehead up and down, touch your chin, touch your chest. Namaste everybody, happy new moon, all the best.